Okay, we're gonna get started with Jacob Starling from East Carolina. We can just go right to questions. We'll start with Stephen, please.
Jacob, just talk about how important it was to answer back after they put up the 4 spot and you had the big grand slam to answer back in the inning. How crucial was that?
It's huge. They're a good offense. We know that 4 runs wasn't going to beat us, but we knew we had to score a lot of runs. So we were able to get the bases loaded, and then I got to get pitch to hit, and was able to hit it out.
And obviously today, pitching wise, getting the start from Saylor in game 1 and also Eric Ritchie in game 2, like what do those 2 performances mean to you guys? Because y'all knew y'all needed some length on the mound.
Yeah, it's huge. Both those guys, they've had ups and downs all season, and for them to do what they did was just awesome.
Hey, going back to the grand slam, Jacob. So it looked like you hit a chair. It looked pretty evident, but kind of what was your vantage point, and was it frustrating at all to kind of have to wait for the review to officially round the bases?
Yeah, off the bat, I knew I hit it good, but I also knew that the wind was howling in. So, I kind of watched it. I thought it hit a chair in the outfield, and then they went to review it. And then I was, anything can happen after that, but I'm happy they called it a home run.
And lastly, I think y'all are the first team to run through the losers bracket in this tournament and make the championship. And I know the work's not done yet, but what kind of grit does that show from you guys?
It shows a ton of grit. None of the games we played were easy wins. We played an 8-hour game, 5-hour game, 6-hour game, but just shows like how locked in we were every game and all 9 innings, and just shows how tough we are as a whole unit.
Jacob, I'll give you one. So you've got a 3-1 game this morning, and then an offensive show this evening. What does that say about your team and your ability to kind of adapt and adjust?
Yeah, it just shows how many tools we have as a team. We can win a game 3-1, we can win a game 14-7. So it's just important for us to play good on both sides of the ball, and we can beat anybody.
All right. Anything else? All right. Thank you, Jake. All right, joined now by East Carolina head coach Cliff Godwin. Coach, congratulations on the 2 wins today, getting to the championship game. Just get your opening thoughts on today, and then we'll go to questions.
Really tough group. To get down 4 runs, playing a lot of baseball this week. They've spent a lot of time on the field. We showed up and we showed and go this morning, and then we showed and go this afternoon. Got down 4 runs, and they just keep fighting. It's a resilient group. I told them that nobody should ever question their toughness because they're tough as nails.
We'll go to questions. We'll take the first one from Stephen, please.
Cliff, to lose in the way you guys did on Tuesday and to come back, just what does that say about your team? I know you kind of addressed it there, but to be the first team out of the losers bracket to make the championship game in this tournament's history, that's got to say a lot.
Yeah, it does. It says that they're tough, that they stay in the present moment. Very easily could have, lost any of the games that we played after losing game 1. Extra inning games, rain delays, losing leads, having to scratch back. Well, I guess it was a 13-inning game yesterday. You Savage basically having to start. I'm just super proud of me. Justin Wilcoxon catching every inning of every game. Pretty tough guy.
Coach, obviously you knew you were going to have some arms step up. Eric Ritchie in game 2, and then obviously what Garrett Saylor did in game 1.
Garrett Saylor, tremendous. He's been really good when he started for us this year, but that's the best he's ever pitched in his life, and it was unbelievable and well-timed because we were very thin on the mound. And Eric Ritchie's performance is, that's who I gave the shirt to after the game, even though Starling had 5 RBIs and the offense for sure carried us. But at a time where you had to throw the ball to the plate, the wind's blowing out, you got a freshman out there who hasn't pitched a ton, and man, he was awesome. He was really good.
Back to Stephen for the next one, please.
Coach, what can you say about AMAC, who clearly wasn't 100%, but just given 100% of his effort? I mean, just seemingly doing everything he can to help you guys win, battling through that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You know, he had an IV yesterday, could only play for part of the game. And then this morning, his calf, where he fouled a ball off at South Florida, was really hurting him. And I haven't challenged him much in my life, but I was like, hey, man, you got to suck it up today. And he said he would. And then he got an IV in between games and then showed up again and played. And he actually looked a lot better in game 2 than he did in game 1 in his face. So I think he's getting better. And just toughed it out, which was awesome.
I got to ask about the pitch clock, the hitter clock situation. Y'all haven't really had an issue with that this year. Is it just being more strict in the conference tournament? What have you seen from that, vantage point?
Well, this is the first time that we've played somewhere that they have it out there. And I'm gonna be quite honest with you. And if somebody gets mad at me, I don't care. I don't know if they can find me. I don't care. But it's very inconsistent the way that sometimes you can see it, sometimes it's not there. There's no way Wyatt Lunsford Shinkman, he's never been slow. There's no way he had a pitch violation. There's no way they started the clock when they should have started it. Tony Ginn, yes, but not Shinkman. And then Clonch, he was in the box with 10 seconds. It's just, people trying to be seen, I guess.
And then going into tomorrow, Coach, all hands on deck type of deal. I'm sure it'll be that way for whoever wins Tulane Houston. Just your thoughts on tomorrow's matchup and finding enough pitching to get through.
We're going to start root and go from there. See who can go. There'll be some guys that want to pitch. I mean, Danny Bill wanted to pitch again today. He's pitched every day, but we told him he couldn't pitch today. So there'll be some guys that want to go.
Go to the next one from Bubba, please.
Coach, after you answered offensively there earlier was the Starling, the 4 spot, and then you continued to tack on as the game went along. So just talk about the offensive approach and the way you knew after a pitcher's doing game 1, you're likely going to have to swing the bats, and you did just that. Yeah,
it was an offensive day. Wind was blowing out, and also the umpire had a tight zone, which is fine. It was tight for both sides, so had to throw the ball over the middle of the plate, and we felt like if we got into their bullpen that we could, do some damage, and we did.
Coach, will we see you in gold tomorrow?
We will be in gold tomorrow. Yep, that was my decision. So we're going to be in gold again tomorrow.
All right.
Believe in gold. Go Pirates.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.